Dude, you straight grooving, man. You grooving, my brother.
Stop it. There we go. Guess we should check the levels on the live stream to see if it's too loud.
Is it too loud?
Hello? Yes?
Hello?
Good?
I don't even hear us. Do you hear yourself? Oh, it's that far delayed.
That is pretty delayed. It sounds like perfect. Spot on.
Called it.
Dude, how are you not like vibing out to this menu music?
My brain acknowledges that it's MIDI.
Yeah, but it's good.
Hold my thing.
Ah!
Oh, that was bad.
Ah!
That was real bad on camera.
What are you doing? What are you doing? Okay. What's this?
Now I'm like barely in the shot. That's how I prefer it. Just a little bit of shot.
You want chill, okay, or gnarly?
Why don't they have a level like a skill for cowabunga?
You want okay? Are you feeling okay?
No, I'm feeling chill.
Feeling chill? We're doing okay. 'Cause I think chill's actually like stupid easy.
Combo attack. Press it 4 times. Mash the button. Super attack. Push a different button. Dive attack. In midair, push the button. How do I get in midair? You haven't even told me how to jump yet.
You can figure it all out as we go along.
Select your hero.
Oh, I forgot they have DLC for this.
Now, what are we waiting for?
Oh, you can change the color. It's like a retro looking color. Whoa, he's got no pupils. He's got red pupils. The Game Boy filter? Do you see that? Just the pure green Game Boy filter.
You going with that earthy tone? I'm going with the cartoony tone.
Dude, this game is so good. I like how it changes from like that upbeat, like fast paced to just like this.
Is that the baby thing again?
Crying. Crying.
Did you hear that they're considering cleaning the Statue of Liberty?
Consider cleaning it?
So it's not actually green. That's because it's made out of a copper alloy, and it's tarnished over the past, how many hundred years? Well, but no more than 200. But yeah, so like, oh, I wonder if we clean it. How weird would it be to see the Statue of Liberty?
That'd be super weird.
And it's like copper, and like you have all these references to it in movies and shit, and it's like, why? When was it green? Why did they paint it green? I'm significantly. Oh, so we're failing challenges already. Okay.
There's a challenge for this level to not get hit.
Yeah, eat shit game. Yo, it's incredible how much more responsive the buttons are.
Right.
Like, so you take a PlayStation and then put like two-dimensional games and processing on it. I mean, this isn't even two-dimensional. It's got, you know, like the whole depth aspect to it. I guess the other ones had that too, though.
This is just more noticeable with the graphical choice. Hi, Christy.
Bash them up, mac it up. I'm on Mac. I know what your plan is.
Mine?
Yep.
I have-
The one that you haven't told me about yet.
It's not a plan.
I know what you're doing. It involves another individual.
What?
Said it involves another individual.
It definitely doesn't.
Did I use my super on nobody?
Probably. So.
I find it interesting that when you hit them, it looks like they're like peeing themselves.
Dude, when this when this game first came out, it was free on Xbox Game Pass, and it was the best thing ever. I played the shit out of it.
So is this a port or is this like?
No, this is a brand new game. Well, was a brand new game when it came out.
Microsoft spent a lot of money on that thing. Because development is not cheap.
There's another one coming out too, or it's either coming out or it came out already. I'm not really sure.
Oh yeah, get up from doing your little.
In yoga.
They were doing sit-ups. It's not yoga. Yoga! Yoga bagaba.
I like the combo system too, like the hits in a row, or hits in a row without being hit. If we use our super attack at the same time, it like does like a double.
Do angels come down from heaven?
Yep, big thing. Oh yeah, you can
Emote.
emote for to get your super attack meter up, and you can also like high five each other too. See how he's playing a Game Boy?
Can you shadow box in the bathroom? That's how I've decided I'm going to start my day every day this school year.
In the bathroom.
I'm just going to like
You
go
ever
in.
please tell me you've seen Mallrats.
Yep.
When what's his face is looking in the TV and he's in his towel and he's like kicking and stuff and then his towel falls down. He was playing a Game Boy too. Look at that big ass pizza.
Oh, I just threw somebody at the screen like in the old one. Let me get that New York deep dish.
We got a trophy.
Oh, we got a trophy? Hey, we're back to this like piglet little thing. Little piglet here in New York.
The bad news boar.
Bebop wants to get his ass booped. Oh, maybe we do. Oh, shit. Yo, when did he get the gun thing?
Oh shit, I didn't even realize that. When I pick up a pizza, it heals you too.
Thank God somebody figured that out in 20 years.
Yeah, really.
little piggy. I want some bacon. Will you quit with me? I'm trying to beat up to this.
Did I not play this game on PlayStation? Maybe I only played it on Xbox and PC.
Turtles in the half shell.
Turtle power. Cowabunga. Cowabunga. Rocksteady. Got Krang. Oh yeah, they're assembling Krang.
You got to put Krang together. It's like the baby from Toy Story. It's in pieces.
That music.
Big Apple, 3 p.m.
Haha, Big Apple. But it's 3 p.m.
Yeah, and he said it a lot faster.
Big Apple. Stupid turtles.
Oh, man, I just fixed the party wagon.
Yeah, look. The van's up on blocks.
I never noticed that.
Like every other car in New York City.
Rough out here in the streets for a turtle.
No.
They have like all the same like style characters too, with like the axes and the classic foot soldiers and the ones with the stupid shields. They still throw the manhole covers. You still fall down the manhole, I believe. I think the new one's going to be a different art style, though. I think, maybe not.
Oh, thank you.
You will. Mousers. Enemies defeated using traps? What traps did we use? Aha! Watch out for them foot soldiers in their cars. They're on motorcycles coming up. Oh. Oh. What the? Oh. Oh, shit. Did I tell you about the shit we missed at the fucking Orioles game? Yes? No?
No.
So, Alicia wanted to get Ritas. So, she said about it, and I was like, all right, yeah, we'll go. But it's, hard to get up when you're at a game because you don't want to miss anything.
It's hard to get up anytime.
Yeah, nowadays, yeah. So, we decided, all right, let's get up and go. Like, it was a pretty uneventful, like, couple of innings so far. Like, nobody was really doing much. And we had already...
We didn't score until, the 6th? The 5th?
Yeah, we were down by 1.
I don't want that pizza.
And so I was like, all right, like, now's the time to go, I guess. And so we got up. I go and get another beer. And Alicia's waiting in the line for Rita's. I'm standing there watching the TV. Gunner hits a home run to tie. And I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Like,
You guys got up during the bottom of an inning?
So we missed that.
Why would you do that?
I mean, we weren't doing shit.
Yeah, but it's still the bottom of the inning. Everybody knows you go during the top.
So we saw that, and then we get to our seats, and the guy in front of us is holding a baseball.
Pause. The first one was Bebop, and he's Rocksteady. Do you remember that video that I sent you? Rifles burst.
No.
He's like, Bebop Rocksteady, Bebop Rocksteady, Bebop Rocksteady. Taking off our shirts, about to make these rifles burst.
And
Go on, sorry.
So he's holding a baseball, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Who's holding the baseball?
The guy that was in front of us.
Yeah, the foul ball.
And I was
Came
like,
right to your seat.
I was like, oh, like, was that hit, or was that like somebody tossed it? And he was like, oh, somebody, one of the Red Sox players, I guess, tossed it. And I was like, you've got to be fucking shitting me. Like, I could have easily probably reached up and like grabbed that.
So there's an unwritten rule in Camden Yards. If a ball leaves the playing field because of the actions of either a Yankee, a Red Sox player, or an Astro, you must return it to the playing field immediately.
I mean, no.
Do you remember when they first started doing that stuff? I think New York or like Boston
It was
the first place.
I think it was
You gonna let me?
there was a kid that had a baseball from like from the Yankees, and the whole fucking fans all around him were like, throw it back, and he threw it back, and then he started crying at the end, like afterwards, because he was just like, no, like I threw the ball back, and the player ended up picking it up and throwing it back to him. Or something along those lines.
I just remember when that goofy stuff used to like started. I mean, I don't know if I can't say that it didn't happen like back, in like the 50s, 60s, all that shit, but as long as I was a kid, I don't remember it. That's just another level of disrespect. Like,
to throw a home run ball back. There was a guy.
that's what they were doing.
Yeah, there was a.
What was his name? Jeffrey Mayer?
I don't even know.
He was like trying to grab the damn ball and takes it like right out of freaking. What was it? Was it Harold Baines or like?
Harold Baines.
It wasn't Anderson. It was whoever was in right field at the time.
Well, that was
Because it
that
was
was
at
Anderson.
Camden Yard. No, Anderson was center field.
Are you sure?
Yep, Surhoff was left.
And then it might have been Baines or Mecklemore.
No, McLemore wasn't on the team in '97.
Are you sure?
I can tell you that McLemore definitely wasn't good enough to get that far in the playoffs.
Dude, funny. It was funny because I looked up Rafael Palmeiro jerseys on Marketplace to see if there were any Rafael Palmeiro jerseys.
And you found the Rangers one?
No. There was a Someone had a home run baseball from his last home run as an Oriole.
Where was he when he retired?
Not only not on the Orioles. Didn't he go? Where did he go? Didn't he play for the Cubs for a short period of time? I think.
Palmeiro?
Yeah.
I could have sworn he retired. I don't think it was the Cubs.
It was a really random fucking team. I know that much.
He was at the Rangers. He came to the Orioles. After he went to the Orioles, I don't know. I thought he retired an Oriole, but
He didn't retire as an Oriole.
hey Siri. Hey Siri. Siri, you suck. That time she answered. Hey Siri. Who did Rafael Palmeiro play for?
Come to me and hit L1.
I can't move. It was the Cubs. Okay.
I'm surprised that. I remember that.
I mean, I kind of stopped caring about him when I found out he was juicing. But
Who wasn't juicing back in those days?
there were a lot of guys that weren't, man. Like you, Cal Ripken. You think he was juicing?
Probably not.
Not with those damn numbers. Like, he's a good ball player, but he wasn't. Like, he takes. I mean, Iron Man, yes. Nobody will ever match his passion for the game.
Oh, hell no.
Nobody will ever be that amazing, like, from all aspects. But as a player, like, specifically talent, skill-wise, he was good. He wasn't great.
No, he wasn't the best ball player in the world for sure, but like just
He was just
as
a good guy.
Yeah, exactly. Like just everything you want out of like your ball player in like a spokesman like front.
Well,
good,
yeah.
good with the kids, easy to put on like a cereal box.
He's part of the ownership now too, I think.
Probably. His dad was
What-
a coach.
His dad was manager. For him and his brother.
Yeah. Billy Ripken.
Actually, I don't know if he ever managed Cal. I think he got out of it for Cal Senior.
I don't know. I would have been able to tell if I would have looked at the Hall of Fame board a little bit more when I was there. It's shocking to see who's in the Orioles Hall of Fame. Like, I didn't expect Roberto Alomar to be in the Orioles Hall of Fame.
Dude, Alomar was killing it, man. He was a really good second baseman.
Well, I know that, but
And his brother, Sandy, was like
Well,
an
I thought-
amazing catcher.
I thought that. Oh, it didn't heal me there.
For the Engines!
I thought he played his like better baseball as a Blue Jay.
Bashing time. We're gonna stomp you, wimps.
That's who he played for first.
If that were true, I don't think he would have made it to the Orioles. Typically, when you get traded, you earn yourself that. Or they really need something else. Nothing personal, but you're going to Baltimore. Shit. If you play
Come up to
base,
me and hit L1 or hold L1. Sorry.
If you play baseball, and like not in the past 2 years, but like, you know, like from 2014 to like 2021, or like 98 to like 2011, between those years, if you heard the words, "You're going to Baltimore," and you're an MLB player, you are sitting there reflecting every decision you made at that organization. Every missed ball, every strikeout. You're just like, what was the defining moment that resulted in this? Because this is not going to be good. Core's reputation precedes them. You know, they like had some amazing ball teams, and they've had some like, good lord, people, you really want to shit the bed.
Dude, nothing.
But there was
I hope that was on the recording.
There was. Me too. There was one year that they won like 57 games. It wasn't there?
They've had some really solid years.
Didn't they go like 57 and 105? Like 105 losses?
They've also had a lot of shit years too.
I mean, last year was a record-breaking year.
Yeah, well, they were division champs last year, right? Yeah.
Yes. But they lost in the ALDS.
Well, yeah, that's par for the course.
They literally like hadn't lost in I don't know how long. Like they were doing extremely well, and then they got to the ALDS and was just like, yeah, we're not here to play. But they're all young. I mean,
they are, dude. A lot of them look like they were fresh out of high school.
Well, I mean, most of them probably hadn't played in the championship before.
I mean, Gunnar Henderson looks like a fucking tool bag.
Have you heard of Scooby-Doo voice?
No.
It's dead on. He did it at the All-Star game.
I like the fact that, like, imagine if like, I know this is going to sound, like, stupid, but imagine back in the day if all of this, like, because I feel like back in, like, the 90s, like, you just had this unbelievable star power in some of these players, like
Sosa, McGuire,
Ken Griffey Jr., like
Tino Martinez,
half of the
Randy
fucking,
Johnson.
Yeah, Randy Johnson. Half of the like
Roger
Orioles
Clemens.
players.
Pedro
back
Martinez.
Mike Piazza.
Oh, fuck him.
Like there was so many like great Chipper Jones.
I love Piazza, but
God, who else?
not after I met him.
Like imagine having like the platforms that we have now for like all of those players, and having like the little like they had like these little like screens up, and they showed like little videos of like the players like interacting with each other, like getting each other gifts and like what they were into and stuff like that. And like imagine having like that where like it took the star power of all these players and put them on display.
That'd be interesting.
Like, would they be even bigger than they are already?
No. I was thinking about that the other day. Baseball is a game where they are so caught up in statistics.
I mean, there's so many statistics in
sabermetrics.
baseball.
Right. Well, newsflash. Statistics might give you an indication of who the hell can actually play. But as soon as they figured that out, it was like, oh, well, let's follow it. But now I feel like, I feel like we're on the complete opposite side of the spectrum, where it's like we're so caught up in statistics that if a guy doesn't have a batting average over 250, we write him off.
I mean, yeah, that's a fair. I feel like that's like with especially like hardcore sports, like fans, where they get caught up in like, you know, especially football. Like I've heard countless people like writing off so many of their players because they only ran for X amount of yards and scored X amount of touchdowns and this and that. It's like, well, yeah, but like what were the circumstances for how those numbers came to be? Like, did they have hard matchups? Like, did they play against good teams? Like, naturally, if you're playing against good teams and you're a good player, you should be matched pretty well. And you're going to score less touchdowns. You're going to run less yards or pass for less yards and all that stuff. So, like, it's just, all it is just numbers.
Well, I mean, it is numbers, but it isn't just numbers. Like, the truth of the matter is, you know, is a guy who hits for 310 better than a guy who hits for 240? Well, yeah, probably. He gets on base more.
Yeah.
But also, now let's put it in a different perspective. Is a guy that hits for 240 necessarily bad? No, that's 1 in 4, and these guys are throwing 98 frickin' miles an hour or more.
That Pirates player throwing 105 mile an hour fucking fastball.
He will eventually.
Use your super attack.
Do I have it?
Yeah, you have 2 of them.
Like, I used to play, I have seen 93, 92, I think the guy was throwing. Somebody of my caliber, it's pure luck to make contact,
Yeah.
let alone actually hit the ball.
I was watching. What was I watching? Oh, it was the Little League World Series. And one of the players threw like a 90-something mile an hour pitch.
Mm-hmm.
And they have shorter home to pitcher's mound ratios than
The
like,
distance. It's
the
not,
distance is.
It's not 60 feet. I think it's 45.
Yeah. So like the reaction time from that pitcher throwing to the plate at that speed was like a major league player getting like 108 mile an hour fastball thrown at him or something like that. And it was like, what?
Well, yeah, because, like, so for kids, they get used to that. They play at it all the time. But, you know, when you shorten the distance it has to travel and then don't lessen the speed any, it gets there quicker. You know, it doesn't have to travel as far. So it's like standing 15 feet. I mean, it is standing 15 feet and having, you know, the same major league pitcher just hurling one at you.
Yeah.
And so here's the thing, like, you know, you think about the measurement of the speed, the ball isn't going that speed when it leaves their hand,
Yeah.
and it's certainly not gaining velocity
Yeah.
because there's no other energy to apply to it. So it's slowing down when it's coming across the plate.
It was just like, it's just wild to think like back when Randy Johnson threw 100 mile an hour fastball. It was like, wait, what? Triple digits. And then now it's just like, looks like fucking jump change.
He killed a bird.
Yeah. Wasn't he a pitcher for like the Expos or something at some point?
Mariners and Diamondbacks.
Oh, I know he was a Mariner. Did he start on the Expos
He may have.
and then got traded to the Mariners?
Seattle.
And because I saw a meme that was like, imagine hearing this, and it's like giving all of his accolades and his awards and things that he did, and then at the end it was like, and you'll kill a bird. And it was like quoted like Montreal Expos.
What the other thing that fascinates me is like some of these guys, the spin rate they can get on sliders and shit.
Oh
like,
my god, yeah.
We played one guy who had this nasty slider. I swear to you, that thing must have broke like 3 feet. Because I thought I was going to get hit, and next thing you know, I hear, "Huh!" And I'm like,
There's no
what the hell are
way!
you talking about? That ball was like, I was getting out of the damn way.
Dude, talk about a menace pitcher, though. Nolan Ryan.
used to be regarded as one of the best, if not the best. Yeah, I mean, he's just kind of been lost in time. He was. Ooh.
Dude, he was a fucking animal.
Well, Greg Maddux, I mean, he was sick, and like, did you ever hear his one quote about sign stealing?
No.
They came to him, they were talking to him, he's like, you don't have to steal my sign. I'll tell you what I'm going to throw, and I'm going to put it by you anyway.
Dude, if that's one thing that we have to like worry about, like with our record this year, is dude, right now our pitching is absolutely terrible.
That's the story of the Orioles, man. It's a curse.
It is actually just terrible.
I'm telling you, it's a curse that all started when Messina got hit in the face with the line drive that came back at him and it cut him open.
Dude, Musina. That's another just
Moose was
menace.
Moose was amazing. I'm glad he went to New York because he was never going to get the attention he deserved here. Not after all that. He's a good man.
Wouldn't know.
He does a lot of charity work.
Does he really?
Yeah. There was a player for the Revs. What was it? I guess this was 2011.
Knock it off.
2011. His name was Matt DeSalvo. I think he was like a bio major in college or something. He was like ridiculously smart. Dude was like tall. I mean, like tall and like bulky and like you could tell he used to play for the Yankees.
God, if there's one team I hate so bad, it's the Yankees.
I mean, I wouldn't say I like and appreciate what they do.
I mean, they've had a lot of really good players that have
Dude,
some
they
of
won
some
the
of
World
the best
Series?
in the world have played for the Yankees.
Well, Babe Ruth.
Well,
Mickey Mantle, Lou Gehrig,
literally.
Joe DiMaggio.
Yeah.
Willie Mays. Wasn't he a Yankee?
Dude, every time I hear that, I think of Major League. Willie Mays Hayes here.
And not to mention, I think they have, 27 World Series championships?
Something stupid like that.
The World Series started in like 1904 or something? They have like 25% or like some ridiculous share of them. That's what happens when you put everybody in one city and then, give them two teams to support.
Well, they're spending, like they get to spend, like what they get to spend on their talent is
Because of what they make, man.
absurd.
Because of what they make. Like, I mean, look at Cohen with the Mets. He spent how much money and it all, just backfired in his face, so.
I'm trying to think of, there's another, really big Mets player from back in the day. From, the Mike Piazza days. Whoa.
The most well-run team in baseball is the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Even when you're shitty Dodgers.
You can call them shitty. Ain't gonna hurt my feelings. I know what's real. I love the Orioles. I love them so much. I grew up with them. The Dodgers just know it. And they were in New York too at one point, so. Jackie Robinson say what? What is with the herd of mice?
He's the Rat King. So they're rats, not mice.
You want to go to New York, boy? I can show you a sewer rat the size of your head.
Dude, we had a rat in our first apartment.
Really?
I saw it one time. we couldn't figure out what it was. Like, we would hear, like, the scratching in the wall. And we'd be like, what is that? And the one night she had just gone to bed. It was a 1-bedroom apartment. She had just gone to bed. And I was out in the living room, I think playing games or watching TV. And I saw it walk in front of the fridge and wrap around. And I was like, oh. So I woke her up. I was like, I saw it. I saw it.
Instead of doing something about it, you go
Dude,
tell her?
that thing was gone. We had like those baseboard heaters and stuff, like the ones that like ping and pop all the time.
I would have gone in and woke her up and been like, there's a dead body in the wall that came back to life. This is Edgar Allan Poe's apartment.
Yeah. There was like a guy that lived underneath of us that we like saw maybe once. What? Oh, the diary.
Secret diary found.
Ooh.
We'll have to read it later. Oh my god, guys.
We're just scaring everybody away with all of our baseball talk.
It certainly looks like that.
Either that or they have no interest in Shredder's Revenge.
Alright, don't say anything about baseball.
They came back. Don't talk about baseball.
Welcome to the live. Do you like baseball? Just reply wire and in the chat, please.
And if so, what team do you prefer?
Or name any topic we'll talk about.
Yeah.
They're gonna leave.
Like, oh no. Oh god, no. Aw, they were just trying to shop. Foot soldiers are just trying to shop.
You can shop for my katana.
Oh, jeez. Oh my god.
The old ball and chain. Did he just throw a CRT at me? Don't you find it interesting that before a flat screen came out, nobody had a clue that it was called a cathode ray tube?
I didn't know that that's what CRT stood for.
All right.
Woohoo!
I am not into sports so much anymore.
Neither am I, if I'm being honest. It's pretty much just baseball and golf.
I like how the name is Computer Nerd. That's like 100% me.
Yeah, baseball and golf is what I'm into.
Golf is a sport, you ding-a-ling.
I said that's the only sports I'm into is baseball and golf. You fucking dingus.
I like curling.
Like college football, I can get down with some college football, but I don't seek it out. If I catch it on, I'm just like, oh.
So,
Oh my.
what are you into now? Like, just give us something to talk about. We'll just, like, go off on it.
He was here the last time we had a live. It was after you left.
What the?
And he's making his own game.
Oh, really? What? I want to ask him what platform. Like, I imagine you're probably starting on PC, but
He's making like
is that like the destination platform?
he's making a it's like kind of like a platformer type game, from what I can remember. drawing and learning more about making video games and music. What kind of music are you into?
This is monster.
We are into quite the variety of music. Tempestra, the Dame of Games.
For you, Tempestra.
Who's this? Yeah, what was up with the prejudice against turtles during the early video game era? Like you had the cool Ninja Turtles, and then they made evil Ninja Turtles, and then like the Koopas, and then Bowser's. I mean, he's a turtle. Like, did turtles do something in the '80s I don't know about, or is there a reason they were like they're endangered or something?
I like how he farts. Well, that was how they fought him in the movie. Oh no, he burped. They gave him something that made him like burp all the time.
I believe that's called Coca-Cola.
Was that what they gave him?
I don't remember.
This is been a hot minute since I watched that movie.
They gave him Wonka's fizzy lifting drink. Dude, some of the the parodies that they have launched on Willy Wonka is just disturbing. That has ruined that movie for me. The snozberries taste like snozberries. These carrots taste musky. Ah! Damn Oompa Loompas!
Right now, I can't even read that.
Starting on Linux, but then he's going to port it to Windows. He's using Godot, Python, C++, and C#. And the music he likes the most is rock. Python is a amazing language to work in. Not quite as diverse or flexible as C++, but and C#. I mean, that's kind of right there with Python, but it's a variation of C. So all of those are probably good choices.
And what kind of rock are we talking about here? Rock is
Careful.
rock is you've got classic rock, you've got butt rock.
Needs to study heavy metal. His favorite music uses minors more than majors.
Scale.
Peer Gynt scale.
If you like scales, listen to Between the Buried and Me.
What was the other one? The Plot and You.
No.
They use minor keys a lot. What we need to do is introduce him to some of the local bands from around here who used to just sit there and sweep on the guitar for days.
Oh, what's the other crazy band that used Periphery? That band is wild. Animals as leaders too.
I actually know Matt Halpern. Periphery's drummer. Why did
Really?
I change? Did you do that?
No, I did not.
Why am I the little dingus with the forks now?
Forks. Yeah, Peripheries.
Periphery is lit.
They are. I really like Animals as leaders.
I'm just gonna jump down there for a minute. Everybody left. Or we disconnected. I mean, I don't think we disconnected.
No, I think it a lot of times it'll just bounce back and forth. If they close out of it to do something else, it takes them. It says that they're not there, and then they come back. I mean, it's not like we have okay. Holy shit! Jesus. Oh my dear God. He fell off too.
Ah, my knees.
Oh, you didn't come up here, so I fell.
Why did you continue saying that? You should just stop.
Oh my God. Why is this so hard to jump across?
Eat the pizza. What the? That's a bug. Who developed this game? You gotta report a bug. Guarantee they don't fix it.
I mean, this game came out like 2021?
That project team is.
Or maybe 2022.
I'm sure the type rock, heavy metal sounding stuff is what I make. The Beatles, classics. I gotta be in a mood for the Beatles too.
Yeah, the Beatles are just one of those bands where I'm just like, I'm either into it or I'm like,
I do have the Yellow Submarine skate deck though.
You have the most random collection of things. Like your storage unit or like wherever you have things stored would be a dream for me to just dig through.
What are you doing this weekend?
Probably not a whole lot.
Well, I know what you can do.
Like that's the kind of shit that was like you just look through and you're just like, why? Like it's awesome, but like why?
You got a trailer?
I have a truck.
Well, that'll work.
Egyptian sounding music is great and some Hispanic stuff. I've been scarred off of like Hispanic music because I used to work at a pizza shop and all they listened to was like Mexican like rap music really, really loud. So that kind of just like ruined. But like I can get down with some like some like Spanish like love making music.
Hi, papi. You wanna go listen to Despacito with me in my El Camino?
Jesus, that song was huge.
Get out of here, gringo. She's mine, Ese. If I die, one more. Walk like an Egyptian.
I used to work with an Egyptian guy. He didn't listen to Egyptian music though.
Have you seen
Not that I
the
remember.
Have you seen the reel where they pretend they're BBC interviewing like some militants in Iraq, and the guy's speaking and he's got like subtitles on, and he's like, "Hey, what are those?" And then he's like, "Oh, those subtitles? I don't need subtitles. You can understand me perfectly fine. I studied at the American University in Cairo." Oh, but you don't need subtitles. What are you saying? We can't hear you without your subtitles.
No, I've never seen that.
I gotta find out. Are they just gonna? Why are they back?
Indian music.
Bebop Rocksteady. Bebop Rocksteady.
Based off of the interests and like hobbies, you seem to be like somebody who likes things that are like out of the ordinary, that aren't like the popular thing. Like you seek out like the things that not everyone's into, which is not a bad thing.
I'm just gonna jump out there and say, are you in college?
I believe he said he or she. I don't know if it's a he or she, but they.
There you go. Now you're using your pronouns. Now you get it.
They, I think they said that they were in college, but I could be misremembering. Go, 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 go!
snout hurt.
My snout hurts.
Way to go!
Look how Raph just has a pizza like strung through his side.
This is bullshit.
Get better.
I can't.
Get good, nerd.
Buffoons. You got a trophy. You gonna go post
Just
it on
got
Instagram?
out of college, but I am not super young. Might be slightly older than you guys. We're mid-30s.
Speak for yourself. Not a day over 21.
Panic in the sky!
You wish.
Well, that's one way to avoid New York traffic.
Yeah, we are mid-30s. That's how I
Security isn't bad work. If you're really into like computers and stuff, you could actually get into information security. That's a hot field right now.
You're a hot field.
I'm a hot mess.
We know. This song is sick. Late 30s, so not by much. What I'm trying to see. Played all the classic games like SNES, N64, etc. I used. Oh, that's where you got the security one. Having the monitor for chat over there is quite difficult to
Do I
read
actually
and play
know
at the
you?
same time. Ah. I don't think so. They probably would have said that by now.
I don't know if they would.
Goodness.
It's saying there's incoming missiles.
Dude, what a jam.
It'll be here in what the? Oh, you're in Texas. Okay. Well, everything's bigger in Texas, so that's not bad.
But I wish I lived in Texas.
No, you don't.
Actually, no, I don't. I lied.
Tried to give you pizza. Now I'm dead. Wouldn't that be amazing if you could do that in real life? It's just like somebody gets hurt, you just walk over and feed them pizza.
Oh my god.
Do you have any idea how much a pizza would cost?
Right, $100,000 or more.
I was looking at something today. There are cancer drugs out there that cost over $3 million per dose.
Yeah, dude. When my mom was, it was like the last treatment that they wanted to give her. It was like an experimental treatment. The cost with insurance still would have just like there's no way she would have been able to afford it. It was absurdly expensive. And then they weren't even sure if the insurance would have covered it either. But she was at the point where she was like, I don't want to. Because then that was the drug. It would have messed with her kidney transplant.
She had a kidney transplant?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yep. She got that when I was a freshman in high school.
Wow.
I remember her coming to pick me up when they found a donor. Because she was supposed to go on dialysis, and they called her and told her that they had found a donor. And that was she had the kidney for like 15 years, I think. Wait. Yeah. Yeah, roughly like 15 years. The Krang face. the little.
Instead of calling him Wingnut, they should have called him Winged Nuts.
Or Batwing.
Or Fish. That's what I'm about to make it. So if you, the stuff you're doing in like, I imagine using C++ and C#, probably using Visual Studio. I just got bugged. Enough with the flying thingy. I have had enough of your bullshit. Yes, that would be cool.
I agree. These kinds of games are very, very easy plays. Like anybody can play these very, very easily.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. If you learn Assembler,
Visual Studio for Unity.
yep, Unity Engine. If you learn assembly language or assembler, whatever, it's kind of what two names for the same thing. That's what all the old stuff is built on. That will teach you very quickly about memory management, pointers, memory locations. All that is still applicable in C++. So,
How much coding do you know how to do? And when did you start knowing all of this?
I started learning code when I was 10
Really?
with HTML and CSS. And then in high school, I started to do PHP. A little bit of SQL, JavaScript. JavaScript led to learning just regular Java. Yeah, assembly is really hard. It's a pain in the butt to read compiled assembly. So I did the Java and all that, and okay, Key Basic, C++, College and Java. Nice, that's awesome. Yeah, and then my junior year of high school, what wound up being my senior year, my first class every day, I just took
Wish I could say that.
4 credits of
My senior year in high school ended up being my junior year in high school.
Okay. Did not know that.
Really? You didn't know I had an extra year in school?
No.
Yeah. Because I didn't give a shit.
That explains why you're okay today.
What?
I said that explains why you're okay today. You got an extra year.
Yeah. I let myself cook a little longer.
But I did, I redesigned the school website. So first class of the day, it was like 2 credits, but they put it under newspaper production. Because they didn't have anything else they could, like, there was no other class to throw me in.
I literally, the only thing I did in high school that was like part of the school, like extracurricular activity, I guess would be the better way to put it. Is I was in the AV club for like a year, and the only reason I did that was so that me and my friend Andrew could play Halo on the big projection screen in the auditorium.
You goofball. Yeah, switching between Macs and like PCs and Unix is, I mean, Windows and Unix isn't as bad as like Mac to Windows, but like Mac, I mean, most of their stuff is coded. The older stuff's Objective-C. The newer stuff's in Swift, which they're both kind of like adaptions of Java in a way, I guess, or an adaptation of C#, but it is annoying to have two different languages for the different structures.
The thing I liked about having a Mac, I mean, this is like the extension of my knowledge of any part of that, is that you could have the partitions. You could partition half as a PC, like a Windows, and then half as Mac. So like you could download programs that were only Windows related, and then you could have the Mac exclusive as well, which was nice. Because back, you're gonna hate me when I say this. Back during that time, that was when I went to audio school, like engineering school, and we got MacBooks, and I wanted to play RuneScape on it, but they didn't have it. They didn't have it so where you could play it on Macs. So I had to partition my laptop to Windows, to half Windows, so I could play RuneScape.
Yeah, I mean, even Windows hard drives support partitioning, but
Pop the last one!
why? Can't.
You son of a bitch. You dirty dog.
One thing they still haven't fixed. Still can't go back and levels.
Some you can.
I have a Mac for work.
Really?
Yeah.
I would like a Mac to edit on, but...
They're expensive, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
But there's a reason for that. I mean,
because there are still like bigger projects that I would like bigger project videos that I would like to make and have like pretty like more involved editing and stuff. What?
so like, I mean, even with a newer Mac, you know, to run Windows, you can run Windows on a VM.
A virtual machine.
Mm-hmm.
I was watching Some Ordinary Gamer on YouTube. He's like a big computer guy, and I think he just finished his virtual machine, and he was running viruses on it. As he like would make a mock-up of like a Windows computer and show like all these like the most violent viruses like running on it to show like what it did or what they do.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of like the only safe way to do it.
Yeah.
So you can just destroy the image after.
Yep.
Back up. Yeah, they did have a bunch of games. So they did. I mean, that was one. Ow! That's my.
I feel like gumbo.
Here, have a pizza.
I feel like gumbo. I feel like gumbo.
Yeah, I mean, I had a PC growing up because it's just what worked for me, but that's what I got. Like, my dad gave that to me. Both of them. I was very fortunate. Probably why I am where I am now.
I never got into that kind of stuff. I used to be like into like to like a degree, but never like coding or anything like that. Well, to be fair, I did think that I was going to be an audio engineer. Boy, how that career would have been a absolute shit show to get into now.
And you could have been. You're just in the wrong town.
Yeah, really.
If you want to do that, you got to be in New York, LA, or Nashville.
Yeah.
Old something PC. Can't see because of the heart. Have you seen that reel where they show what's her name describing AI and then proceed to say that she's all wrong?
Wait, what?
There's a reel out now where what's her damn name?
Yeah,
Kamala.
that person?
Kamala. Kamala is like, so AI, you know, it's called machine learning, and you know the problem with it is that it learns based on what's fed into it. So if you feed it crap, it spits crap out. And then this like reporter dude comes out and he's like, "This couldn't be so far from wrong. You have no clue what you're talking about." It literally, like, she was spot on. That's why it's called artificial intelligence. How do you get intelligent in real life? You learn. It literally just consumes data.
Yeah. That is true.
The point I'm getting at is that the misconceptions around AI are
Dude, did you
beginning.
see Joe Rogan is suing MSNBC?
For what?
They took clips from his podcast episode where they were talking about Harris and made it seem like he was endorsing her, and then put it on like their TikTok.
What's he suing them for?
I don't know what the suit is for, but that's not what they like were doing at all. Like they literally just took bits and pieces of the podcast and things that they said and just put them together.
Welcome to the internet.
Yeah.
People been doing that forever, and like, you know,
But,
maybe this.
like now it's like really bad.
Oh yeah, no, I agree. Well, I mean, even deep fakes, like it's horrible.
Like,
Right.
if there was ever a thing to, like, ever a time to be like, hey, don't believe everything you see on the internet, now is like, do not believe anything you see on the internet.
Yeah, no, what he just said.
Yeah, AI is not that smart. It's only as smart as you make it. Until you make it teach itself stuff. Then you're fucked.
Right. Well, that's the thing. That's what it does. It teaches itself based on the data that you sit there. It's like just if you had, you know, like a human that you could literally put books in and just have them adopt the knowledge and understand it by linking together different concepts through categorization and stuff. But ultimately, no, it's not that smart. The concern is when it, you know, like, does develop a sense of free will and just say, oh, yeah, I'm doing what I want.
That's what I'm saying. Like, where it's just like, hey, fine, I'll just do the research myself.
But it's like, you know, we already understand the internet to be a wealth of mistruths and
Dude,
just
it is
satire and bullshit.
It is so bad now. Like, the things that I see people post is just like, did you put any, like, research into that at all? Like, on your own time?
Yeah. Well, and so that's the thing. Think about a computer who doesn't have that, you know, sixth sense where it's like fact or crap.
Yeah.
You know, they don't have that skepticism where it's like, okay, I'm telling you this is true, so accept this as the truth and make your calculations and derivations from it accordingly. Dude, you feed AI with the internet, we're fucked.
Yeah. I mean, that's inevitable.
Well, that's the problem. All the like modern generations are learning from the internet.
Yeah.
I think that's a big issue that I'm running into. Not necessarily like that she's learning from the internet, but she's definitely been exposed to it in degrees that I would prefer have not occurred. And
It's not even, like, wrong that they're learning from the internet. It's,
no, it's wrong.
well,
I'm
it's
sorry. I have to. That one I'm going to definitively.
I don't think it's wrong that they're learning. It's whether it's learning how to differentiate between, like, fact or absolute dog shit, basically.
How much of shorts is truth?
No, I'm not talking about, like, short form media.
Okay.
That's never a good thing.
I mean, I find myself on Wikipedia more often than not as well, but even Wikipedia is a crowdsourced encyclopedia. Anybody can put anything in there they want. And then, you know, you just have to rely on the other people that read it to go in and say, wait, no, I need to edit
I'm talking about
this.
the internet as a whole, like the Google machine and...
That's it. Google will pull in anything that has relevant words.
Yeah, but if you seek out the answers and can see that it's from a trustworthy source...
But how does an 11-year-old know that it's a trustworthy source if they haven't been taught?
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's where the parent steps in and being like, look, there's a lot of shit on the internet that is, like, definitely far from the truth.
You're trying to trust the judgment of an 11-year-old. No, that's my point. Like,
I'm not saying from their judgment. I'm saying if they learn from the internet and they learn that a lot of the stuff that they're looking at is not truthful. If they find something of like, hey, check this out, then you're more likely to be able to look at it with them and be like, yeah, that's not. And it comes back to the same thing of, like we've talked about before, is just being present. Realizing that they're learning all of this actually just insane nonsense from the internet.
so there's,
And being like, no.
there's being present and there's being a helicopter.
Well, yeah, you don't want to be a helicopter. That doesn't help anything.
I have an 11-year-old. I can safely tell you that she does not have access to the internet because I don't think that she has the maturity or skills to be able to make that determination on her own yet.
Well, yeah, that's a given. They're not. No 11-year-old has the capacity to make these types of, like, opinions and know, like, what is fact and what is fiction. But then again, an 11-year-old shouldn't have, like, full-blown access, like, unmonitored access to the internet.
We did.
Yeah, but ours, like, was monitored.
Actually, that's most of the reason she doesn't. Back then, the internet was cool. Like, people didn't just spout bullshit
the
out
internet
there.
was all, like, it was a lot harder to find, like, the bad shit, but we also weren't, like, it wasn't
No, it
easy
wasn't.
for...
No, it wasn't. All you did was go to Ask Jeeves or Alta Vista and type in what you wanted.
But we didn't have like the mass amount of like misinformation and stuff that we have now, like
Right.
the satire and stuff like that.
Well,
Like,
now, yeah,
that's the big problem about like the internet as a whole is like the satire to where it's like if a lot of like for an old person especially like of the senior citizen variety, they can't pick up on like the very flat humor. And they're like, oh my god, like this, blah, blah, blah. And like we can look at it and be like, no.
what they said. Kids are sponges. They believe, and they're innocent, so they believe everything they see.
Yes. That's why I'm saying like they shouldn't, like, yeah, an 11-year-old shouldn't have unfiltered access to the internet. But you get into this weird,
Stop. I don't care where she's on vacation at. That's not an excuse.
no.
The
Put
only
us
excuse,
on during that vacation in Montana.
Like-
and also, how dare her take a vacation to Montana without me and Alicia and Andy?
the only valid excuse for like not coming here and being on a vacation in Montana is you may not have internet. Oh yeah, I remember going to the internet, looking up information for school as a child, and finding stuff. Filter might be better these days.
Yeah, filter's easier to get around these days. I'd say that.
I don't know about that. I've got a pretty good one.
I would say like here's the problem that I think that you're gonna like fall into, and you're probably already there. Is you even now with like where I'm at in my parenting with a 4-year-old, it's balancing out the like the forbidden fruit versus like allowing them access to some of it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you make it so attractive by keeping them away from it. But then, like, when they get onto it, like, they just go balls to the walls, just being like, all right, I'm finally on it. Now I can search up all this, and they just go crazy. Like the problem that you had before.
Well, yeah, I mean
where she's off of it, and then when she gets on it, she just binges.
It's well, and I mean the binging isn't just exclusive to that. Like she will do that with anything that she finds engaging. But you're right. You know, any kid, the forbidden fruit has the forbidden part of that creates curiosity.
Yes.
Because it's like, why is it so forbidden?
Yeah.
What is so bad about it?
And especially like with other parents being like, you know, their kids are on it and just they're probably allowing them to do anything and everything. So like they talk about it at school, and then it's like, well, all my friends are doing it, and why can't I?
That is the hard part, where, you know, other parents aren't aware of what's going on, or just don't care as much, or, God forbid, think that it's all going to be okay. They're going to grow up normal because we did. It's a different world, honey.
Was that calling out the parent?
Yes. Yes, that's absolutely calling out. Look, if you're a parent and you think that your child under 13 should have unfettered access to YouTube, you need to wake up. Because your kid's about to get exposed to a lot of stuff that's going to have them trying a lot of stuff. You know, my child watches shorts for a night and suddenly wonders if she needs a skincare regimen. And it's like, no.
Well,
Not at 11.
no, but that's I feel like that's a natural thing for a girl, like a little girl, to start getting into.
Okay, I promise you, when I was 11, none of the girls in my class knew the words hyaluronic acid.
I mean, also back then we didn't have the internet in what like content creators making things about these kinds of
That's my
things.
point. The day we live in a different day and age where
Go back to that time, and God, I just lost my train of thought.
Why are they all freaking dinosaurs? I don't want to beat up dinosaurs.
I had such a good argument there.
It's
and
okay, we're not.
I just completely lost it. Well, I wouldn't say an argument, but a good
Rebuttal.
yeah. But my brain just said no, nope, no more.
You know what? I can't wait.
No,
until
you should use super attacks.
I can't wait until 7 years from now, and I can be like, remember when you told me what it was like having an 11-year-old while you had a 4-year-old? Yeah, what's it like having an 11-year-old? And you're just like, I'm done. I quit this bitch.
I'm gonna laugh so hard if when my daughter is 11, it's just not anything that you're saying, and you're just like, I hate you.
I've met your wife. And I've seen your daughter. I mean, she reminds me of her so much. I hope you don't have to go through it to this degree, but
I mean,
you're going
you're
to
on,
at some point.
You also,
What the? Yeah, yeah.
you also have certain like. I hate
Yes,
to use the word trauma, but
There are certain extenuating circumstances that have created traumatic situations at times. Yes,
and I'm like, my daughter has also had some trauma in her life being 4 years old.
yeah. I mean, from the time she came out the womb and you were there.
pretty much, yeah.
No, you're a great dad. Get off my arm.
It's not an issue, but it is a thing like that we see quite a bit now, is like she will just randomly burst into tears, not full-blown tears, but
Just like weeping.
kind of like a weeping,
welling
and
up
and we'll be like, what's wrong? And she'll just say that she misses her Nana, just out of the blue.
That's a little bit different though.
Well, yeah, but it's still it's that traumatic experience of she knows what loss is, and she had to learn about death at fresh 4-year-old.
I'm gonna take an unpopular avenue with this, to the point where I might actually get asked to leave. Whether you like it or not, one day she's gonna lose you.
Well, yes, I'm aware of that.
I know you're aware of that. Do you think that she'll be able to handle that a little bit better for herself, having the extra experience?
I don't think so, no, because I think when you lose a parent, it's the circumstances of where you are in your life play a huge factor in how you deal with it as an adult. So when the part of my life where I was at when I lost my dad was I didn't have any kids. I wasn't married. I was me and Alicia were not fresh, but we weren't in a
Y'all were fresh?
we weren't in a deep relationship.
Oh, you weren't in a deep relationship, so y'all were fresh. You were getting fresh all the time.
And as the years have gone on,
and so we find out how your daughter came to be.
as the years have gone on, the loss of my dad is definitely as I've become a dad, as I, get prepared for my son to arrive, it does get harder because there are these reminders that pop up and things that me and him will be doing that me and my dad used to do, and this and that. It does bring up a lot of feelings, and it's hard. And with the loss of my mom, with it being fresh still. Like, it's still fresh. It's only been like a year and a half. Now,
Like you say about getting crushed. Bro, if you don't know what he's done to your sister based on the fact that they have 2 children, I mean, you need to have that conversation with him. I'm only on the camera.
It gets harder because I can be over it, but then I have these constant reminders of how my daughter feels about it and her emotions with it, which definitely, like, it will fuck me up very fast.
So that's a great point and a great argument about you. I was saying her. Like, so when did you lose your first grandparent, or like what was the first loss in your life?
I think it was my grandma, but like,
Do you remember when?
like at that point we weren't very close. That was like when I was 17, maybe.
Okay, so that was 17 versus 3. So that's kind of my point, is like she's getting exposure to that feeling, 14 years earlier. I mean, that's a lot of time to sit there and like weigh on things and kind of like understand the world. And
So it could be beneficial to her, but it could also be detrimental to her.
well, and I think it might be both. To be honest, like I won't say detrimental. It will be hard for her. It's definitely harder to deal with that at a young age. But at the same token, I do think that, in a way, it's going to make it a little, I won't say easier, because I don't think that ever gets easier no matter what. But I think it's going to be a little more manageable.
Well, you also have to think that, like, this is really dark thinking, but it's realistic thinking. This child's going to have a lot of loss in her life to a lot of people that matter a hell of a lot to her.
I mean, truthfully, we all do.
Yes, that's very true. But
Not taking away the fact that she's very loved, and she does have a lot of family members that stay close by her.
Yeah.
And my takeaway from that is that she's inevitably going to have to learn how to deal with it.
I mean, yeah, there's going to be a lot of really hard times for that child. Like, 100% in the loss department. And like, I didn't have to deal with that stuff until much later. And when I had to deal with it, like, the first time, it was kind of, as bad as it is to say, it was kind of like whatever, because like I was so young, I didn't really care. Like, it's not like we were super close at that time. Like, if it happened when I was a kid, it would have been much different, because they, came over for Christmases, and they came up and took vacations with us when we went up to the cabin and stuff. Like, it was a much different relationship then, and stuff than it was, when I was 17 or however old I was when my grandma had passed. And I think also another factor into that is like how they pass. Is it if it's old age? Like, I feel like it's, no matter who you are, it's a lot easier to manage and deal with and accept than it is somebody who dies of a disease or, suddenly in a car accident or something.
I mean, so like, manner of death definitely has an effect. I don't know that I'd say old age is any easier.
I think it's easier to grasp. Like, it's easier to understand and be like, okay, like, it still hurts, yeah, but like, the grieving process is going to be much, like, it's going to take less time, in my opinion, I think. Because, like, that's an easy, like, to explain it to a kid, that's a lot easier to explain than, oh, they got sick and...
Is it?
I think so.
because if you tell them they died of old age, they're just going to say, oh, so I'm just going to die one day because I get old. They're going to be afraid of growing up.
I mean, they should be afraid of growing up. Growing up fucking is a trap.
Well, you're not wrong, but like, see, for me, that adds like this degree of unknown to it, and kids hate the unknown. I've never met a child that did not want to know every frickin' thing about every little situation whenever they could, so that way they could feel like they had a degree of control over it.
Oh my.
But like, I mean, I got the death certificates for my grandfather. They listed that as adult failure to thrive, which is basically the medical term for old age.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I never told you that?
No.
Yeah, they listed as adult failure to thrive.
What a weird thing. Like, why not just say age?
Easy peasy.
Like, that's a thing that bothers me about, like, going through, like, all of this, like, stuff that you have to go through, like, when somebody passes, or, like, legal stuff that you have to do. Like, they have all of this, like, legal speak and these, like, super complex ways of saying things. Like, just dumb it down.
I think when it boils down to it, though, if you have somebody who, you know, passes from adult failure to thrive at, say, 75, because that's, I think, the expectancy of a mailman of a male in America right now is like 77. So let's say they live that long and it's adult failure to thrive. They made it 77 years and then they died of old age. Or another person lives to 103, dies from the same thing. Why did one live 30 years longer, but they both died of old age? Like, you can't define age. I don't think we've ever, like, scientifically proven that, you know, while things do get weaker over time or stop, you know, to function as well over time, I don't think we've ever really reached the definitive point where it's like, oh, yes, after, you know, this long, this organ can no longer sustain itself. I think old age is just used as a way to say, hey, there were too many things going on for us to list them all in this certificate, or we don't know. Something was up.
Well, didn't he have, like, some sort of, like, disease?
Yes, he had many that they could have picked from. COPD would have been, like, chronic emphysema would have been, like, one of them.
Yeah, my sister has that.
That's not great. I'm sorry to hear that.
I mean, she does not. Her view is like, well, I'm surprised I made it this old.
I mean, so, like, with my grandfather, he also had dementia. Ultimately, I believe that was truly what wound up taking him, because he lost the ability to swallow at all. He pretty much lost the ability to speak, and once you lose that ability, you know, you either give him an IV and a feeding tube and just keep him around for as long as you can, or let nature take its course.
Yeah.
At that point, it's not old age, it's you had a disease that, you know, made your body not able to take care of itself. In that aspect, is it adult failure to thrive? Sure, you could argue that. He couldn't swallow anything, so he couldn't eat or drink or take care of himself, and we watched him just wither away for a week. That's kind of a slap in the face to sit there and call it a failure to thrive. Because, you know, a week prior to that, he was wheeling himself around in a wheelchair at the nursing home and having a good old time. But
Yeah.
But I do agree with you. I mean, like, you know, in some aspects, I think that it's probably easier to say, oh, yeah, they died of old age, because you don't have to wonder what would have happened if they didn't get that disease.
That's what makes it harder, because, like, you know, for me, like, I was the baby of the family, and
Sorry to hear that, Christy.
I feel like I had kids, like, around a normal time that people have kids, like a normal age for, like, the average person to, like, start a family. And like I didn't get to show that to my dad. Like he knew the girlfriend who would eventually become my wife, but not to the extent that I would have liked. You know what I mean? Like he saw her very briefly because she would be at the house when I was working, and would see her, you know, here and there. So, like, she didn't, like, get proper time with him, nor did he get to meet my daughter. So, like, that makes things a lot harder, you know, for a person when you're looking at the what-ifs, what could-have beens.
I don't doubt that at all.
Especially when, like, you know, I start showing, you know, my daughter videos or sharing memories or doing things that I know he'd just, like, eat up. Same with my mom. Like, there are still times where, like, she does something or she's getting into things or we do something with her where I'm like, oh, I can't wait to, like, tell her about it. And then I realize, like, oh, I can't. So, like, that's where things get, like, it makes things harder.
For you.
Well, yes, for me. But also, I'm sure, like, in time, it will make it harder for my daughter as well, because I'm sure, like, the older she gets, the more, you know, it's not like we're not talking about her and doing things to remember and, you know, keep that memory alive.
You mean your mom?
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's different. I mean, she was around your mom a lot. And
Exactly, yeah, which is why, like, it's definitely, you know, harder. It's harder for everybody involved, really.
I still believe she'll be a stronger person sooner for it.
I mean, that could be true, for sure.
I'm not saying it's a good thing. I'm just saying that to see the good thing in a bad thing, if that makes sense.
Sort of, yeah.
I certainly would have, I have to tell you, I certainly would have preferred that it went differently.
Well, yeah.
You know, I'm not saying it was like the preferred outcome, but like, I'm just saying that, you know, for her sake, there might be some good left in there that Grandma passed on. The world works in weird ways.
It works in cool ways, we'll say that much.
Yeah, it's not great.
Getting heavy in here. Let's lighten up the fucking mood here.
That's the truth of the matter, though, right? I mean, like, it's all about balance.
Yeah, I mean, here's the tough thing about the whole loss thing is, like, it is, like, when you have to deal with, like, I mean, you know, you're kind of going through the whole spiel, like when you have to do the power of attorney stuff and the executor, and you have to take care of everything, like, man, like, it gets, like, you're in it and you're doing it and you're just like, okay, cool, like, I'm doing this, I'm finding a rhythm, I'm getting things done, things
There
are
is
happening.
no rhythm.
There is no rhythm. You're correct. But, like, as much of a rhythm as you can be in, of, like, actually getting things done that matter and making progress. And when you get to that, like, first big milestone, and you're like, okay, like, I can, like, free my brain here for a little bit because I'm not dealing with all of this shit that occupies me. You now get into, like, the part where you're like, oh, I didn't get to grieve properly.
You don't. I mean, you might think differently. I feel like I'm
Tin Man needs a brain.
never really going to get that opportunity.
I mean, no, not really. Like, I don't think I don't think we really do get the what the hell?
Because so I feel like there's like, there's a window there to kind of like feel that and address it and understand it. And that window, for people like you and I who have been bestowed the responsibility of handling the affairs, you can't just
Pull
slow
the
down
short
and
straw, so to speak.
Well, then that's the exact thing. Like, did we pull the short straw because we wound up being the person that they confided in the most?
I mean, no, but it's like, hey, thank you, appreciate it.
Right. I mean, like, that's the big joke with the people that are around me, where it's like, man, they tried to give you everything and wound up giving you nothing. And it's like, well, yeah, that's exactly what happened. But they took care of me for how long? So who am I to say no? I'm not going to take care of your stuff when you aren't with us anymore. Beat the shit out of Chrome Dome so that way I can come back. Oh, he's back to his little, like, what's he doing with his hand there?
Do you really want to know? What? I said, do you really want to know?
No.
Yeah, that was the joke, like, with my family. They were just like, hey, at least it's not me that has to deal with it. I'm like, yeah. It's just fucking up my whole life. Thank you.
Anytime anybody said that to me, I would just look at them and be like, for all of our sakes.
Yeah, that was a brutal time for me. Like, the problem with it, too, is, like, cleaning out the house wasn't really the hard part. Like, that was the easy part. Because there was a lot of, like... Because, like, dude, she was just borderline hoarder. Or maybe a little further than borderline. But, like... There was just stuff that you would find where you're just like... Really? Like, this is what you've kept? Like, receipts from before AT&T was AT&T?
I thought you were going to say receipts from before 1830. Easy. You're getting yelled at now.
Not
You mean
easy in
back
the
when it was
sense of, like,
singular?
easy, but easy out of everything else that we had to deal with. What?
You found singular receipts?
Yeah, like before, so it's like singular receipts and like stuff from when I was in like preschool and just like the most random stuff. You're just like, really? You chose to keep this?
See, that's the hard part for me right now is like, I live in that house.
Yeah, yeah.
All like,
Thank God I didn't have to live in that house.
like there were so many years of memories and just like I don't know. It's
do you think living in the house is good, or do you wish that was different?
I can't decide. I mean, like, because there are days where I'm just like, oh, this is not fun. Jesus, what the fuck with the moon rocks? Cut it with the moon rocks! Damn it! Fuck!
I haven't been posting many shorts.
I've noticed. I'll just say that one.
I
like,
think that will have to be. Yeah, I don't think I really have much of a choice there.
But back to what we were talking about. There are days where I just have, like, I'll remember all kinds of stuff that from when I was growing up and, you know, from when I was younger. And it's actually almost like, I won't say it's trauma in its own regard because it's like good memories, but it's like I can see it happening all over again. It's like watching a home video in my head. And then there are other days where it's just like, oh, we're here. Everything's fine. Is that a pizza monster? What is this, a Nightmare World? And they look like Alien vs. Predator again.
Just Alien, not Alien versus Predator. Yeah, like I couldn't imagine having to live in the house afterwards. Like, just because it's literally the house where both of my parents died.
That would be different. Then
Like, in the same room, across, like, no, never mind, it wasn't the same room. But yeah, like, that's rough. To live in a house where you literally just watched both of your parents pass on. I think it would be much different.
that would be unbearable.
Yeah.
If they were like, if that would.
Yeah, I just realized that it wasn't in the same room.
Like I don't even think it would have benefited him to come home like at the very end.
Probably not. But yeah, like trying to live in that house, like would be just way too traumatic to try and deal with.
What's wrong with squirt bottles, Alicia?
Oh, these damn kids in a squirt bottle.
You got a squirt bottle down here?
No, they have a squirt bottle upstairs.
No, that's what I'm saying. If you have one down here, fill it up real quick. I'll go up.
Dude, you have to watch that show.
I ain't doing it.
Seriously.
I'm not doing it.
Oh my god, dude. I hate you.
What? Oh, all right. Well, I mean, I can leave.
I hate you so much.
I can leave. I'll send you the invoice for all my work in a week. I didn't know it earned me hatred.
It always earns you hatred, you bitch.
I can't focus on TV anymore. I just can't do it.
Give me a break.
She took the bottle. She said if we heard crying, that was why.
I'm just
You want to know? You want to know why you can't focus on TV anymore?
why?
It's on your lap.
That's actually not true.
I think that's true for every single person in America.
I can't focus on TV because I just don't find it engaging. I never have. And I'm trying desperately to set an example for my daughter. Yeah, well, I mean,
Join the club.
yeah, it's kind of where I'm at on it. Like, anybody that tells her no is like, might as well be the bane of her existence. So, at least she listens to you. At least, I mean, I believe she's listening to you. If she's not, let me know, because then we're gonna have an issue. Like, that's gonna take it to a totally different level.
Oh my goodness.
What the?
How long has it been since you've like actually sat down and like played a game?
2 weeks?
Since the last time that we had our.
Yeah.
Why don't you play games at home anymore?
Probably because there's like, well, one, it's hard to find the frickin' time, but two, like, it's hard to find a game that I want to play. I kind of want to play the new Destiny. Like I was supposed to play the Final Shape with the other guys that play. I haven't played that yet because I'm curious how that story ends. Books over TV.
Thank you, computer nerd. That means a lot to hear. I like that. I like that someone's glad that they found our channel.
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate that. I'm glad they found our channel, too.
What-
I like interacting with them.
What do you like about our channel that you've seen, and what would you like to see from our channel?
This isn't a satisfaction survey. You can handle that in the comments.
Well, he's here. They're here now. So I might as well ask them, like, if there's anything that they want to see us talk about, or if there's something something specific that they have enjoyed seeing.
Well, you know what I just noticed?
What?
They don't like commercials. That's probably one thing they like about the channel.
Do they? Like, well, they probably have YouTube Premium then. Because if you didn't have YouTube Premium, then you would have.
Not on our shit.
Well, maybe. I guess that is true.
We aren't that big.
Well, I didn't know if YouTube ran ads on everything, like whether you were monetized or not monetized.
That's the point of monetized.
Well, no, being monetized means you can potentially make money from the ads.
Let me allow you a little insight. If YouTube's running ads on our shit and we ain't getting paid for it, I got something to say to YouTube. Because I don't work for you. Not like you, like them. I don't work for YouTube.
You work for me.
You work for me now.
You answer only to
Oh
me.
God, you're about to work for me if that gets over your way.
I like the way it is. I can't speak. Points of view are refreshing. Thank you. We appreciate that. I like to talk about like a plethora of things. I don't like to just like leave it to, just gaming or just music or just movies. Like I like everything.
This guy just likes to talk.
If you talk to me about things I'm interested in, I can talk all day long.
Don't
Like,
bring up
that's-
magic. Never bring up magic. If you bring up magic, I'm leaving.
Give me L1.
I love.
L1.
Hey, here, have a pizza. Have a slice of pep.
Oh, thank God, that pizza.
What the?
I don't have a super attack to use, or I would help you. But I like to talk about like a lot of things that interest me, like things that I deal with on a daily. Being a parent, being a game nerd, having hobbies, things that I enjoy, just things that I find interesting. Even. Like when we talk about like streamers and stuff like that, like I'm interested in that stuff. Like some of it just really perks my ears up.
I'm just a one-man think tank.
Yeah, when you're gonna start providing some ideas for this channel,
I put an idea in the thing. You didn't like it.
this is not a topic we should talk about.
I can come up with plenty of ideas. It's just about whether you want to talk about them. Because if people want to hear our ideas, and fine, but they might be driven. He's a talker. He's a good boy.
the last stream was the first time that you found our channel. Was that the live stream where we were playing games, or the live stream of where we were talking on the like as a podcast? I guess that would have been the podcast that they found us, but I'm pretty sure it was. We're pretty sure we were playing games when they first came around.
Christy, to answer your question, it was good.
How was golf? What was the round of golf that we played?
The one where you sped off in the parking lot without saying bye.
You were taking forever.
My daughter had to pee.
She was taking forever.
Yes, she was.
I waited quite some time.
She was. I didn't blame you. I didn't say you did a bad thing. I also got to the point where I couldn't see the fucking ball, so I did stuff it to a foot that day though.
Yes, you did. You had what, two or three birdies in a row?
It was 3 in a row.
Because there was the one that you drove the green. There was the one that you stuck it to a foot. And then there was the one where you hooked it and got lucky by the tree that dropped it in the middle of the fairway. And then you hit a gnarly wedge shot.
Yeah, the first two were all me. This third one was a bit of luck, and after that it was. I think after that I had like 3 pars in a row, and then the back 9 just kind of. I think I got tired or something, but my back started hurting pretty bad too.
Well, it's because you're a bitch. So it was the stream that we were playing games. Yeah, we usually, like, when we do like the live stream of the podcast, we cover enough topics that give us content for at least 2 weeks. So we get together every week, and I figured it would be cool to do like a live stream of us actually playing games and just like chilling and hanging out, and we can just like talk to people who want to talk, or hopefully provide entertainment
I got
by
an idea.
playing games.
We could do this and just throw up a list of topics and just start going through them. What's this up? Be over here on this monitor while we play games.
I mean, yeah, but then, like, when we actually start talking about a topic and, like, getting into, like, the nitty-gritty of it, I lose focus hard on the game.
So that's what we'll do. We'll just push pause if we get in too deep, take a break from the game, shift, and then go back.
I mean, maybe.
It's an idea. What the Typical man, brains in his stomach. If he can separate like that at the waist, I'm kind of curious as to why there's an indication for him to wear underwear. Basically, I'm just saying we should get together and play video games every week. Because this doesn't seem to be doing too bad. Hey! Don't you? Hey! Enough with the kicking. What does that thing remind me of? The little brain.
Meatwad.
Yes! Thank you. You think that's where they got the idea for Meatwad?
It's very possible. Oh, come on! I was right there. No, we didn't move the couch yet.
Did your wife just ask that?
Yes.
I knew she was behind it.
Don't worry, I haven't forgotten, because I really want to move that over.
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
So that we have a place to sit down here, so she can actually make use of this basement and the TV that I bought.
Did anybody ever tell you what a man cave is?
Trust me, I dropped the hints about. I was like, if you don't start going down there, I said I'm just gonna expand my game room over to the other side.
Just get her a she shed.
I don't know about a she
What
shed,
the?
but I'll get a shed that I can just throw her in.
Don't worry, I'll help.
That's real nice.
Andy, get out of my house.
You fell for my diversion. I have a surprise for you.
See, Christy listens. Christy takes advice from us when we say about shows. The titles. Shredder's ready for revenge. Get it? Shredder's revenge. Dude, listen to this banger.
It's because Shredder's just Vanilla Ice in a cape and a helmet. You're getting my butt kicked.
That's like the 17th time you've game over.
What? That's okay. I was just told to leave. So.
Dude, this is a jam. Oh.
Is it for you, isn't it? You ain't got this.
Only dangerous rules. We fly with nunchucks that attain the crews and lace the enemies. We ain't came to lose. We ain't came to lose.
Give it a week before Apple cancels that free trial.
Yeah, it's a 7-day free trial.
Yeah,
We've already finished the show.
No, I don't mean like. I mean, I give it a week before they stop offering it to people because they realize that they're just getting it to watch that show and then just.
Dude, that show was so good. I didn't mean to run directly into Shredder. Haha! It's really, really good. It's a really good show. Save the Last Dance is a classic.
Your wife really doesn't think things through.
What?
You just told her we haven't moved the couch yet, and then she told me to get out of her house.
I legitimately almost moved it myself the other day. But then I looked at the opening that I'd have to drag it through myself, and I was like, no. Not gonna happen. Oh, you titles.
What this be?
Oh, wait, I think we beat it. Yeah, we beat it.
Oh, you beat it. I came along for the ride.
I beat it.
You got all the shards way out.
Wings of 6? Is that what that says? Wings of 6, VI? Or was it Wings of V?
Wings of 6.
Wings of 6.
Or Wings of Vi. Wings of V. It's not 6 because the I's lowercase.
Well, maybe that was him.
You guys want to play Wings of V, Wings of Vi on Steam, and Roa?
What is Roa? I've never heard of Roa.
Is that a crew game? Get it?
What?
Crew? Rowing? Roa?
I don't get it.
Roa?
Oh. Sweet Frog is closing? Like going out of business?
I did not hear that Sweet Frog is closing.
Wings of...
I also don't understand why.
Oh.
They have some decent... Alicia, she's probably talking about the one down by us. Because it's a franchised deal.
Spiritual...
Side-scroller fighting game, Roa.
I am looking at it now.
Excuse me.
It...
Whoa, tomorrow is their last day?
What? Wait, what?
Something weird happened. They don't, businesses don't just close that quickly.
No. Yeah, something might happen there. That's a crazy... That's really random for that place just to close. So is it just the one by us, or is it just...
The one in Shrewsbury.
The one in Shrewsbury?
We have everything.
Your daughter's bedtime alarm just went off. She has a bedtime alarm?
Yep. She has a reminder. Take that shit seriously.
For real? When that alarm goes off, your eyes close.
You get Sweet Frog or you get a couch move. You pick.
Dude, I don't know. I don't even know where.
You can't move your damn couch anyway because the trampoline's there.
I can move that.
Well, you didn't tell me this was a process.
I have to move that. Garbage. Over there.
Garbage. Is it even a
Garbage.
couch? I thought it was a love seat.
It's a thing you sit on.
How many seats are there?
They posted it on the Facebook page a day ago.
You just bought it?
What? No. We've had that. We had that couch.
Yeah,
For
so they
a while.
posted it on the Facebook page a day ago that they're closing and tomorrow is their last day. So, hi, we're closing our business in 3 days.
Yeah, that's
That is not kosher.
no.
Somebody is in trouble in some way.
Somebody's in trouble. It's like a little kid trampoline. The ones that have the little bar that they can hold on to and jump.
Why did you have to explain it that way? I was going to take that so differently.
Wait, no one else has a trampoline in their house? Like a big one that's just built into the floor with a big pit of spikes underneath of it?
Punji pit. That's what they're called.
Punji pit?
Yeah, they're from Vietnam.
The things that you know.
You dig a hole, sharpen a bunch of sticks, coat the tips with shit, and stick them in the ground so that way when you fall in it, they impale you. And it gets infected.
Oh. Well, yeah, they're always busy. They got ice cream or frozen yogurt, whatever you want to call it. It's all the same thing.
So here's the thing with Sweet Frog, though. So from a business perspective, if I'm owning a business or I'm looking at a business,
Aren't they like a Christian business?
they are
Doesn't the frog stand for something?
fully rely on God. If you
Things
own a
you
business
remember.
like that, that takes capital improvements. So you have the wall of yogurt. You have to build the wall. You have to make sure that it will accommodate the yogurt machines with openings, and then you tile it and all this other stuff.
Maybe they found no. Maybe they didn't pass their inspection, their food inspection,
That's not a reason to close.
unless they found something really bad.
Dude, I mean,
Mold in all the yogurt dispensers. You're using 17-year-old gummy worms.
dude, some of the shit that I've seen about
did
the
my wife
McDonald's.
just say ribbit?
Yes, some of the stuff that I've seen about McDonald's in York County, like various ones, I don't think they would even close them for mold in the fucking yogurt like hoppers.
Well, fucking McDonald's, half the time their ice cream machine doesn't work anyway.
Welcome to McDonald's. What's your order, yeah? Can I get an Oreo McFlurry, yeah? We're not serving ice cream right now. It's broken at the moment. Okay, Sweet Frog Central PA. Ironically, is closing soon. And just like that, summer is coming to an end soon.
See, it didn't work tonight.
It has been a great season and a great run for more than 10 years here in Shrewsbury. Thank you for all your support. We made the difficult decision to close our doors this week. Stop in before we close on Thursday night and make your favorite treat.
This week. We made the decision to close this week, so come in tomorrow. It's our last day. Someone had to have bought them out. Someone wanted that space.
No one bought them out. That's my point. There's so much work that you have to do to get that space ready from being a Sweet Frog.
Just tear it out.
And one, they probably don't own it anyway. They probably lease it.
I know. Somebody probably wanted to buy them out of their lease to get that spot.
You mean like just a capital investment to say, hey, I'll take your spot?
Good.
You're going to have to cut me a pretty damn big check.
That's happened before.
I'm not saying it hasn't happened. I'm just saying you're going to have to cut a pretty damn big check for a business that's turning a profit.
It has to be a big. It has to be like a big place that snags it.
I think there's something else going on.
Or it could be that they just they just haven't paid to their bill or whatever, and they just are like, get out now.
No, this doesn't make sense because, like Christy said, they're always busy.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. The places that are always busy, they close, and then the places that are dead in the water stay in business for 70 years.
And again, you don't close a business that quickly. You wind it down to capitalize on the fact that it's not going to be there.
That's what I'm saying. Either somebody just wanted that space immediately and were like, we'll pay whatever, just get them out. And they were in negotiations, trying to figure it out with the lease owner, and the lease owner was like, look, they're willing to pay me all this money, sorry. Or maybe the price of their lease was going up, and they couldn't stay afloat if that were the case, and they were also negotiating. And then
Why would you close on the 22nd?
that's what I'm saying.
It's an insanely awkward date.
Yeah, but maybe that was when their lease was coming up.
Businesses don't work like that. I mean, maybe some do, but typically everyone tries to run their leases first of the month to last of the month.
Yeah, for sure.
Are they just
Or their lease is coming up to where they have to pay some exorbitant amount of money, or they couldn't come to an agreement and they just want to screw over the lease person, so they're just fuck you, we'll just get out now.
I don't think that's the case.
I don't think that's the case either.
With a group of Christians.
Maybe they became devil worshippers. Maybe Sweet Frog is going to close and it'll be Sweet Beelzebub.
Sweet Beelzebub.
Hello, I'm your sweet Lucifer. You just go in and it's just a pentagram and all of the frozen yogurt's black. All the toppings are red. All the workers there have to wear leather and chains and have black hair. You don't have a Hardee's down in Shrewsbury? Damn, that sucks, homie.
Not really.
Bro, Hardee's milkshakes are where it's at.
Dude, we have Bonkies.
We have Bonkies too.
We have the original Bonkies. And Summers.
I don't know what Summers is.
Also,
I don't know what
Bonky's under a different name. We also have BK, McDonald's, Arby's, which have amazing shakes.
We have those.
Panera, Chipotle,
We have all
Five
that.
Guys, Chick-fil-A.
We got all that too.
No, you don't. Not in Red Lion. You got to go to York for that. That don't count.
No, we don't.
Yes, you do.
There's an Arby's right down in Cape Horn.
Okay, that's one.
There's Hardee's right down the street. There's
Okay.
McDonald's.
Okay.
There's a
There's a BK in Red Lion. There's a Wendy's. There's Wendy's in
there's
Shrewsbury.
over on Queen Street. There's Panera. There's Noodles. There's
That's Queen Street. That is not Red Lion.
It's just
No.
as far as Cape Horn. is.
No. No.
How
That
far
is
How
York.
far do you have to drive
To do what?
to get to?
Any of that stuff?
Yeah,
Shit, 30 seconds?
I have to drive like all but 5 minutes to get to anything
Hup.
like that.
Womp,
What's 5
womp,
minutes?
womp. Womp. I'm 30 seconds from Walmart, too. And Giant.
Well, I'm right.
And Taco Bell. I got a Taco Bell, bitch.
You have the best taco.
And a Chipotle.
We have Chipotle over on Queen Street. We have all that stuff on Queen Street.
What else do we
We have a
have?
Wendy's.
Trying to think.
We have the Taco Bell. We have a Jimmy John's. We got a Sheetz.
The Sheets and the Jimmy Johns are not Red Lion.
It's 5 minutes
Nope.
away.
They have more than 5 minutes.
Sorry, like 10. I don't mind a 10-minute drive if I have to go to anything like that.
I got 2 Rudders within 30 seconds.
So do I.
And a Royal Farms.
So do I.
Where's your Rofo? Oh,
Right there.
that. Yeah, well,
by,
yeah.
like, Levis Heights.
I got a Harbor Freight.
Our Harbor Freight's a little
York.
further. Yeah, it's in.
And I
East
got a
York.
Home Depot.
All of that's in York for us.
And a Cracker Barrel, Ruby Tuesdays,
We got Cracker Barrel,
Tractor
too. Who
Supply.
goes to Ruby Tuesdays? Are you 70?
Yeah.
Why would you go to a Ruby Tuesdays? What is good at Ruby Tuesdays?
Dude, a lot. They like the salmon's good. They do decent with their steaks. Don't get
If
the
I-
pork chops.
If I go to a Ruby Tuesdays with you and you say I'll have the salmon, I'm leaving immediately.
Why?
Because you ordered salmon at a Ruby Tuesdays. That's disgusting.
Is that any different than ordering salmon at like Eagle's Nest?
Very different.
I mean, Eagle's Nest is definitely a higher quality restaurant, but
Very different.
salmon is also one of the easiest things to cook in the world. Like literally, people eat it raw.
You don't get
It's
it.
on sushi.
Yeah,
raw.
I eat it raw.
Yeah, so if they don't fucking cook it right, it
But
don't
there's
matter.
going to be a better cut from anywhere else, not Ruby Tuesdays. Ruby Tuesdays, they're buying it off of Pedro down there, and they caught it out of the Susquehanna River somehow.
Bro, it ain't even that. That's coming out of a fucking bag that's been frozen for years.
Yeah.
I mean, I get where you're going, but like whatever, you know. I mean,
Yeah, but if I ever for some reason go to a Ruby Tuesdays with you and you order a salmon, just know that I'm judging you immensely and I'm walking on out of there because that is the most atrocious thing I've ever heard you say.
I'm commenting on this and saying interested in selling the franchise.
We're gonna resurrect the... Sorry, boss, I quit. What are you doing? I'm getting into the sweet frog business.
No, I won't work there. No way in hell am I working there, but I'll buy it and run it.
I wouldn't work there. I would just help run it and golf.
I tried to do that with a bar.
No, you didn't. You talked about it.
I did talk about it. I
That would be a
actually tried to do it
nightmare.
as well. This was years ago, dude.
Yeah, that's like going to Denny's and ordering a steak.
What is?
Getting salmon out of Ruby Tuesdays. There is only one acceptable thing to get at Denny's. 2 acceptable things to get at Denny's. There's 2 acceptable things to get at Denny's: a Grand Slam or Moons Over Miami.
Okay, Moons Over Miami is disgusting. The Grand Slam's all right.
Those are the only 2 acceptable things if you're walking into a Denny's. What are you doing now?
Hang on, I gotta stop. I don't know what the appropriate accent is for it. Hi. Did anyone on here happen to eat at the Chipotle last night in Shrewsbury and become completely sick this morning? Yes, I know, lots of people stopped eating it after last time. But I'm a Chipotle addict and I've never felt like this before after eating it. It's also been a long time since I've gotten it. Thanks in advance. What the fuck?
Okay.
Why are you looking
hold-
for...
Hold on.
Why are they looking for commiseration on a frick... You don't have food poisoning. You wouldn't be able to type.
Hold on. Let's just reference.
Who the fuck gets cream of crab at a gas station?
If I'm in any gas station and they're like, "Would you like the cream of crab?" I'd be like, "Why do you have cream of crab? And who is buying it enough for you to still make it?"
No, you don't even ask those questions. You get up and leave. There's cream in that.
That's disgusting. Cream of crab from a gas station. That's appalling. Ew. I can't even imagine how bad that tastes. Dude, you know the thing that makes me the most mad in Shrewsbury? The Starbucks.
Why?
Because the filler up in Maryland, mine has the best cream of crab. If they're known for it, it's different.
Yeah, I
But it's still very sketchy.
I mean, Filler Up's a cool place. They're not. They're like they have a deli in the gas station.
Well, yeah, that's a
They're
little
like a
dude.
they're like a
Have you ever
deli
gone
with
to
a gas station.
Have you ever gone to the Savory Deli in Maryland?
Where?
It's called Savory Deli. It's I don't even know the like area that it would be in.
There your
It's
wife
in,
goes.
It's in Maryland.
You're gonna wind up at Hardee's.
No, I'm not.
Bet me.
No, I will
I
not
need
do it.
something sweet.
Not at 9 o'clock at night. She'll do that. She'll be like, I could really go for a Hardee's milkshake, and I look at the time. I'm like, it's 9 o'clock at night. No.
See, I'm the guy that would just turn around and be like, "Yeah, you really could go for a Hardee's milkshake. You should probably do that."
The Savory Deli. I don't know what part of Maryland it's in. It's on the back road to one of the dealerships I go to in Maryland. And, dude, they had some slamming food.
Yeah, there's a lot of good delis.
It was like a gas station, but it was like they had like a full-blown deli in it.
There's a lot of those happen a lot down there.
But I think they took the gas station part of it out.
Well, Filler Up.
Falston. There you go. Yeah, you would go get one. You fucking.
For you or for my woman?
You don't have a woman.
Thanks for reminding me. The question was contextual, not literal.
Mm-hmm.
Because I would absolutely go get a milkshake for your wife any time of the day,
Mm-hmm.
but not for mine. Oh God, I don't like that.
What were we talking about before I went off on Savory Deli?
The Filler Up in Maryland, which
Oh, no,
also is in Maryland.
The Starbucks in Shrewsbury, because we would go there sometimes if like there was traffic in Leaders Heights area, or if we needed to go to Starbucks for coffee. Me and my boss, when I would go with him. And that line,
Are you telling me that you go through Shrewsbury and don't tell me about it?
every Wednesday? Every Wednesday I drive to get to Shrewsbury. And I've told you this multiple times.
You've never told me that you're in Shrewsbury on Wednesdays. If
I
I knew that, were
100%
you in Shrewsbury today?
Yes. For about 5 minutes.
When?
About 10 o'clock this morning. I just get on 83.
You could have just gotten there earlier, and we could have met for breakfast right there at the fucking Coach Light.
The Coach Light rules.
We've completely just told everybody where we live at this point.
Yeah.
We might have to like censor this episode.
Well, we don't like give straight address. It was bound to like. I'm sure we've said it before without even realizing it. Like we have areas for sure, but like, what are areas really? Like, just because you know the area, big or small, like you don't know where my house is.
I'm not gonna say that on air. Coach Light, it's okay.
Coach Light's good. I like it. It's a nice little breakfast spot.
Fuck you talking about? He's weird.
They like own a sprint car.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, they do.
They sponsor one, I think.
I think they own one.
I don't think he owns one. I'd be afraid to put any human being in a car he owns.
Yeah, I think they own one.
I mean, he's a nice guy. He
That's
just,
what my brother.
he always looks at me weird as shit. He's just looking at me. He's
They
like,
were always really nice when I went in. You know what place is good for breakfast, but absolutely ridiculously priced? That place by the hospital. That intersection at the hospital where there's like a pharmacy, Munich's.
miniatures.
There's like a restaurant
Munich's.
up from there. I don't know what it was called, but it was stupid expensive.
I'm sorry, I'm not going to a restaurant near the hospital for breakfast.
It's good. It was good.
That's great. It can be fucking phenomenal. I'm still not going to go and get mugged.
That's not a place you're gonna get mugged.
It sounds like it's close to Princess Street.
No, it is not.
Are you
It's not even
sure?
remotely close. It's literally right off that intersection.
You realize that Princess Street is like literally around the corner.
Yeah, but that's not a bad part of town.
Okay. Okay. You know, last time they released the most violent cities list, York was 15 in the country.
I know. I think we're higher up now.
I haven't seen it since then. Alicia, don't agree with him.
We haven't been to that.
No milkshake.
We haven't been to that place in Leaders Heights in a long time. That like, I don't even remember what it was called.
Downtown Family Restaurant.
No.
No? Not the one by the Rofo?
No. It's further than that. It's like right there by, like right next to the Sheets. There's like a fitness place there. I don't remember what it's called. Daniela's? It's probably not even close to that. It has like a lot of like gluten-free stuff.
Shocker.
Shit. Alicia would know what it was called. I can't remember what it's called. But they had really good breakfast. But it was expensive, of course. Ellie was just enjoying Five Guys.
I feel bad for the guys.
Well, there's going to be puke somewhere in the house.
Did she,
What's that say? Why?
Oh, fuck. Here we go with Ripley's.
What is that?
Milkshake's place.
What?
We're moving this couch. This is America, and people died for your freedom. You can have whatever the fuck you want. I can't guarantee it'll sit well with you, though.
She can't have the gluten.
She can have whatever the fuck she wants. It just might not sit well with her.
By a sickness, not by...
I'm just saying, you could eat the damn cake. You're not gonna, like... It's not a good idea, but... That's not the choice to make, but it is a choice. Seen pics of what? I'm done.
I will be right back. I'm gonna move this couch quick. I'll leave this up so you ladies can talk.
Yeah, because I gotta go get a fucking milkshake now.
Hello.
We got 4 viewers. 4 viewers? I honestly think cats are better than dogs for the most part. I don't know whether there's a way to be. Building immunity to allergies. That's... You know, I read something that said allergies are believed to actually be acquired. Your brother does for his girlfriend's cats. He's allergic. You mean he had, like, he built an immunity, or like he just deals with it because it's his girlfriend?
I think that's probably what it started out with. Started out as.
I don't think immunity works that way.
Actually, I don't know.
As it actually isn't an allergy an overreaction of immunity.
I
Doesn't it hyperactivate your immune system?
possibly.
Five more minutes. He built it up.
Well, I mean, yeah, he was allergic to cats, but I don't think he gets like stuffy anymore. And if he does, it's probably manageable with like a pill or whatever. The fourth person was me. I was looking at the chat while I was waiting for you to finish taking a little wee wee.
Yeah, so allergies are a result of the immune system's response to a substance called an allergen that is harmless to most people. When someone is allergic to an allergen, their immune system overreacts and produces antibodies that attack the allergen. So if your immune system is overreacting...
Look, she popped in while she's on vacation.
Oh, hey! Before you have no service again.
We're still mad
thank
that you're on vacation without us to Montana. Not happy about it. But I guess it can be forgiven. You just have to show up next week. Speaking of next week, we're probably going to move from Wednesdays to Thursdays. Same time frame, just going from Wednesdays to Thursdays. Just a little bit of scheduling might be better for us to do. So same time, just Thursdays instead of Wednesdays.
Ooh. I'm feeling a type of way.
Settle down.
10-year anniversary trip to Montana.
Yeah, you're paying for it.
When's your 10-year anniversary?
October.
This October?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm paying for that. Also, friends don't let friends go to Montana for an anniversary. So,
Why? I'll gladly go to Montana for an anniversary.
okay.
Where would you prefer me to go for an anniversary?
Yellowstone? Mount Rushmore?
No. Bullshit. Dude, I'd be perfectly happy just going into the woods.
Go to Charleston, South Carolina. Go to Maine.
Here's the problem. Any place that we go, we're not gonna have the money for that because we're gonna have a fresh little baby.
That's what I'm saying. Why you want to go to Montana with a baby? Do you have any idea the number?
You're actually gonna watch the baby too.
Get the fuck. I mean, okay, like, fine. Just make sure I have a pack and play and enough diapers. And
We got you. The one thing I look forward to all week is getting pushed a day later. Sorry.
it happens.
I mean, it's very possible we could change it back. we're just gonna play around with it since school started, and my daughter has danced this day. So.
All right, Melissa, did you climb Mount Rushmore?
They're not big on boondocking? What is boondocking? That sounds dirty. Yo, you want to go back in the woods and do that some boondocking?
You trying to
boondock?
boondock?
Trying to boondock?
Oh, I got both kids now.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. See, I thought it was gonna be like, one goes to the grandparents, one comes to Uncle Andy, but
Both going Uncle Andy. Trying to boondock?
yeah, I am.
What is boondocking?
If you're gonna go, I'm gonna regret this. Oh, it's too cold to climb. Okay.
Boondocking. I feel like it's like a form of camping. Like camping in a truck.
Camping in an RV in a remote location without access to amenities.
Free camping in our Sprinter van.
With a generator, right?
I'm gonna stick with it just being dirty. I'm just gonna reference it as it was dirty.
We got to come up with a better meaning than that and change it so that way people that think they know what boondocking means don't know what boondocking really means. Boondocking.
Get that boom.
The Northeast isn't accommodating. Yeah, you been to Boston?
Dude, Boston was very nice.
Right, but they're all stuck up.
No.
Not in the sense like they're assholes, but like
They were super friendly.
they're
when we
very
were there.
sticklerish about like, hey, don't park there.
Couldn't say. We never had that experience. We had, when we went to Salem,
Oh, it can be dirty. Maybe you get my number after all.
she's married.
What? I don't recall that.
Yeah.
Well,
What?
she doesn't have it, does she? I'm safe.
You're sick.
I am sick. I'm a dirty little wiener biscuit.
Dirty little boondocker.
He's a dirty little boondocker. You ought to see what he does when he docks.
Oh, what were we doing that drove her nuts
Ain't
the
nothing
first time?
sensual.
Oh, the dirty books. He came into the bookstore and he asked
And
me.
wait, stop that. Repeat that, and then let me finish it.
He came into the bookstore.
And they couldn't clean it up.
Ah. That was so bad. He came into the bookstore and he asked me if I had ever been boondocking. I said no, but I really just wanted to say yes. I could feel it trembling in my body.
Later, we were in his Sprinter van, parked behind the drive-in.
He was plugged into a generator. I could feel it vibrating my legs ever so slightly. It enhanced the feelings that he would give me afterward.
And I'm pretty sure I got high off the fumes. But not as high as he would get me. The pages were sticky. Fucking dead. Ugh. Watching that not live. Oh shit.
Wiener biscuit.
I'm a horny little wiener biscuit.
The pages were sticky. I had to hide it from my manager as he came across.
I knew he still wanted to sell that magazine.
It was a Playboy from 1965.
It belonged to my dad. I'm fucking done.
It was a collector's item. I guess not anymore. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God.
If only the bank knew how much was in these pages. She fucking said Montana, Alicia, not West Virginia.
Oh, my God.
Oh, honey, this isn't rough.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, my God. That was...
Rough is what the main character does in Chapter 4.
We haven't gotten to Chapter 4 yet. My son will peel back those pages one day.
Those pages ain't gonna peel. They
man.
definitely not gonna peel. By that point, that shit's gonna be hardened epoxy. There are two things in the world that can hold shit together like no other.
Liquid nails.
JB Weld.
Liquid nails and a young boy's imagination.
Oh,
my
God, I have to give that to you. I have a little trinket that I got when I was younger that you'll have to pass on to your boy.
She's so pregnant that that's not even on the table anymore.
Yeah, right. I guarantee you, hearing you talk this way with other women present, she's like, I need to stake my claim.
Boy, the way he talked.
Me, I'm just going to go home by myself,
The way he talked about that
all alone.
that 1965 Playboy magazine. Boy,
I might Google 65 Playboy.
who's on the cover?
Is that when Marilyn Monroe did it?
I don't know. Dude, if you have some of those old ones, there were some Monet, I think.
Well, it wasn't fucking Betty White.
Well, the,
It was color at that
the
point.
1965 Playboy magazine complete year is worth $300. So if anybody has the full set, we've got... God, I can't even tell.
Let me see this.
I can't tell from that picture. Oh,
I mean, Playboy still had taste in 65, I think, so. Happy birthday, Mr. President.
happy birthday. Sally Duberson was January. Jessica St. George was February. March was Jennifer Jackson. Sue Williams in April. Maria McBain in May. Heidi Scott in June. Gay Collier in July. Lainey Balcom in August. Patty Reynolds in September. Allison Parks in October. Pat Russo in November. Dina Willis in December. I know none of those people.
I feel like Pat Russo is familiar, but I don't know. I can't get my mind off boondocking long enough to think about it. Come get your orange cat. She's being a psycho. Leave her alone.
She's always a psycho.
Patty, what? Whoa, what virus outbreak? Mpox?
Oh, you didn't hear about the whole monkeypox nonsense that's going on? That they just had an outbreak of that, like, right when COVID was starting to die down.
That's not good.
Oh, shut up, Andy.
I mean, the World Health Organization just declared it a global health emergency, so
Ironic about the timing on that.
yeah. isn't it?
The irony there. Man.
Well,
Military. That stuff is probably very dirty.
time to close the border. Back to Patty Russo. I got 1 minute.
Oh, dude. Theo Vaughn had Donald Trump on the podcast, on his podcast, and he was talking about Theo was talking about doing cocaine, and he's like, cocaine will turn you into a damn owl. He's like, you'll be out there becoming your own street light. You gotta be the bad guy. It's your turn to take her out.
I'll do it. This Pat Russo has to be different than the Pat Russo that
Why?
looks the same.
It might be.
No, she wouldn't have been old enough. Oh my god, it's bedtime. You know what that means.
What does that mean, Andy?
It means we should no longer do the podcast tonight.
Oh, shucks. Oh, we were on pretty long. I think we were just shy of 3 hours.
Let's go swimming in Kyle's pool and drink all his beer.
Well, we didn't really.
We didn't talk about the P word, damn it.
We didn't talk about the P word. Just to touch on appearance that he made on a podcast. We will never dive into the P word on here,
Nope, won't even say it.
just because I don't like who it gets nasty very quickly.
Yeah, I mean, you guys put it in the chat. It's like we're already flagged all over the place at YouTube. Pager duties going off and shit. People got to check logs. I'm not kidding.
But I think that pretty much wraps up the stream for tonight. We've been going for about 3 hours. We'll be back on Thursday, probably around the same time we started tonight.
You mean tomorrow?
What?
Tomorrow? We're just gonna do it tomorrow?
Oh yeah. Next Thursday, we'll be on doing a regular podcast. Is he literally looking at?
No. Yeah, it might be. I'll have to take a look at that.
Yeah, it'll be a regular podcast. We'll have all of our topics. Again, if there's any topics you want us to talk about, comment on here. Follow us on Instagram. Comment on our post. Shoot us a message. Something along those lines. Why
Off?
did you hit me?
I'm getting off. Why did I say that?
I knew that's where you were going.
Can I let you know? Yes, I can let you know.
Thanks for coming in. Thanks for joining us. I hope you enjoyed us playing
Coming in.
Ninja Turtles.
The bookstore?
I fucking hate you. I hate you so. No wonder I can never get through an outro. You keep sidetracking me every time.
We need
I
to put
try.
the camera over here so we're looking at the camera when we're reading.
Well, when we don't play games, it's on this screen.
Hey, Computer Nerd, thank you for joining us. Stay nerdy.
Should that be our new Stay nerdy.
Absolutely shouldn't, but until next time, we're Dad's Game Room.
Bye.